Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net, your choice for the conservative voice and your key sponsor for WIND, The Answers Obama 2.0, coming this Thursday at Viper Alley in Libertyville. Come and meet with the Champion News team. You will be hearing from Michael Medved and Congressman Joe Walsh, who is also a new
time of day.
It is the evening, and it starts 6 o'clock. Well, actually 7:30 p.m., the main event.
Okay.
So we will be there. We will have a booth there. And Congressman Joe Walsh is starting
We are the sponsors of the event.
Yes.
Champion News is the key sponsor. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So you're going to be able to meet with us, and we'll have a lot of fun. So come on over, check us out. Maybe we'll have some things for you guys to fill out and enjoy. Now, Lennie, before the break, we were talking about these superintendents, and you were talking about some things. Tell our listeners what we were talking about.
Yeah, there was just a study done recently that's just being published, just coming out talking about it. There are now more staff members that are not teaching than there are actual teachers in the classroom. So the bureaucracy side of the school now is heavier than the actual teachers. So that's where a ton of this money's going. It's not going into the classroom anymore, like we were talking about with the numbers. It's not in the classroom. It's not educating kids. It's part of the bureaucracy.
Well, what do you mean, though? I mean, I know one of my friends works with the special ed kids. She's a teacher's aide. She works harder. They make nothing. They make really nothing. Is that the kind of things you're talking about?
No, we're talking about the superintendents, the janitorial staff, but it's really the head where they bring in curriculum directors, they bring in finance people, they bring in people to implement the new Common Core stuff. They're bringing in all these extra admin, these people at the head that can make a lot more money.
It
exactly is driven by the
unions.
unions.
More members.
Exactly.
That's why they want
more money. Follow the money.
They want
power.
Lower class sizes, because that means more teachers, more union members.
More union
despite
dues.
the fact that the statistics do not show that small class sizes are any better than, say, 30. 20, you've got to get below 15 before it makes any difference at all. So it's a waste of money to follow what the union wants to do, is keep on reducing class size.
And it's only effective in the first 3 grades. After that, the class size doesn't matter as much anyway.
It isn't even effective there. I'll show you a picture in my office of St. Elizabeth's in the city, and it's got 56 black children from a rotten neighborhood in there learning. There's one nun with 56 kids. In the 4th grade, my son in Park Ridge, the class size was 55. And the late, Mrs. Clary.
Does your son even know how to speak the English language? With 55, my God, they probably don't know how to spell.
He graduated as an engineer with a master's degree and taught at Purdue. But she took 6 students, not all boys. She took 6 students out of 4th grade, taught them 5th, and skipped them into 6th grade. With 55 children in the class. So this is a bunch of crap about smaller classes being better. Yeah. Listen, bigger classes actually have an advantage. And what is it? There's always some kids in the thing that have got questions that ventilate what they're talking about that a small class size probably never would have thought of.
Well, and keep in mind why the small classroom has been pushed. If you make the classes smaller, you need more teachers.
That's what Jeff said.
All the union is interested in
feeding the beast. It's feeding the union beast.
That's all it is.
You know,
Common Core.
You have the superintendents and all of the rest of the smart alecks in the school system that are supposed to be doing things. That's a bunch of crap. The school system is run by the IEA, the teachers union, and it isn't the teachers running it. They have very little to say about it.
Yes.
It's their stinking union that's running it, and so it's all run for whatever these creeps that you see rioting in the streets in Wisconsin or in Chicago. Those jerks, those unruly people, are the teachers of your kids. Well, and that's what wants to swell their numbers.
Well,
and they don't give a darn about what the kids are learning.
Make no mistake, there's a lot, they do teach the teachers Alinsky, but I want to talk about this Common Core. What is this Common Core, Lennie?
Common Core is a set of standards being pushed through the No Child Left Behind Act. It's kind of when President Obama and Arnie Duncan kind of restructured No Child Left Behind. It's really what it is the first step into a nationalized curriculum. So the federal government is going to take control of all the curriculum across the country through these Common Core standards, and that's really where it's heading with this.
Nationalize our school system.
Yes, nationalizing our school system.
Let me tell you something. You mentioned Arnie Duncan. Arnie Duncan came. He was the superintendent of the Chicago school
Public
system.
Schools, yep.
That stinks by any measure.
Yeah.
And what did this guy do? He says that because of this, the stingy Republicans, there isn't enough money to. They're firing people already. Well,
Oh, liars.
what Duncan should know, if he knew a damn thing about the public system, is that the superintendent always fires a bunch of people or says, you may be fired next September. He has to do that because of the union rules.
by the end of March.
So in every district, there's a whole bunch of people, maybe
Yes.
maybe as many as a couple of hundred, that are advised you may be fired.
Yes,
so
there's-
Duncan didn't even know that detail about the operation of the system.
He
Give
knows
Duncan
it.
the Doofus Award.
He knows it. He just thinks most people don't understand that process.
I
You know
don't
what?
think, I don't think he knows it.
It's Chicago politics, straight up. It's political pandering.
Yep.
We're going to hear more from Lennie Jarrett when we come back after the break. Stay with us.